My name is Ryan Jarvis, originally from Marlton, New Jersey. I currently live in Lancaster. I have an older brother that's 9 years older than me. And of course, when you have an older brother, you always want to do whatever your older brother's doing. And when he was in high school, he got a guitar, so naturally I wanted to play guitar because I wanted to be just like him. So I started playing guitar, I started taking lessons, and I've always been an avid fan of music. All the way up through school and through high school, I had to go to church every Sunday. I had to go to youth group on Sunday night. And my dad and I sat down and talked, and he said, when you turn 18, if you want to attend church, you can, and if you don't have to. And at that time in my life, I felt like I had enough. So I walked away from church for a very long time. I was into the music scene at a very young age. By the age of 19, I was out playing in bars and clubs. I ended up joining a cover band out of Philadelphia at the age of 26, and that's really the point in my life where things kind of started to go downhill. I developed a terrible addiction to painkillers, to the point where I was physically ill and could not get out of bed on multiple days. And I did this for a number of years. I caught a charge, a misdemeanor out in Pennsylvania. I was sentenced for 2 years probation. And in the time that I was supposed to serve that probation and pay fines and restitution, I had violated probation 3 times. I was in jail in 2018 from July 19th until October 19th. One of the first conversations I had with my dad when I was in jail was the first phone call I made, and he said, "What happened? Like, why are we doing this again? What's going on?" And I just broke down and said, I walked away from God. My connection with God was definitely reestablished while I was in jail. I was released from there straight to Lancaster. My dad really encouraged me to get grounded into a church around here. He said, you should probably go check out LCBC. I came to the 10 o'clock service, and I was late getting here. I'm a little scared and intimidated just walking through the door, and the only seats that the ushers had left happened to be in the first row. Seeing the lasers and the smoke and all the colored lights, and the band is just as loud as it can possibly be, and I felt like I was at home. This is where I need to be, and I haven't missed a Sunday since. I didn't really know. I didn't know that they really needed any more musicians. I thought they were pretty well stocked, and that was one of the ones that they had a need for. I thought to myself, like, I would love to be a part of that someday, but due to my past, I didn't really ever entertain the idea. And I'm going through the application, and here comes the one dreaded question. It says, have you ever been convicted of a crime? I've been told no so many times since living in Lancaster from different jobs and different things that I've applied for. And as soon as I'm looking at this question, I'm thinking to myself, this is it. This is where this ends. Like, I had a good time observing the worship team, and I think I might have a shot at actually playing with these guys, and now this opportunity is probably going to be taken away from me for something that happened 7 years ago. It's a part of my life, and it's a part of my past, and I can't change that. But what I can do is start from where I am now and change the end of my story. Even though I went through times of trouble and trials and tribulations, I can use those experiences, and I can use those tough times to help somebody else through it or help somebody else avoid it. I'm managing 2 recovery houses downtown in Lancaster. I help other men that come out of rehabs and detoxes and jail, and I basically do what was done for me when I first got here. This weekend's going to be the first weekend that I'm playing with the worship team at LCBC, and as excited as I am to be playing and doing what I love to do, I'm approaching it from a different perspective at this point in my life. Whereas before it was just very self-centered and very selfish, it's to glorify God, and that's what it should be. My name is Ryan, and I'm a life changed by Christ.